coast to coast. We're on the road finding real people making really cool crafts. Our next crafter was desperate for some color in his life, so he surrounds himself with stained glass. He cuts, scores, and grouts vibrant works of art. Can't get much more colorful than that.
Hey, my name is Ron Rosno. I live in South Minneapolis, Minnesota, right next to all those cool lakes. Today, I'll show you some of my artwork. So let's go inside. I try to fill my house with a lot of color because I grew up in a house that was all white. Today, we're gonna make a stained glass trivet with stained glass and grout. I usually start all my art pieces down in the basement. So let's go. I'm now in my basement, which is my workstation. First thing I need to do is find a frame to make an art piece out of. What I do is put stained glass on top of the wood here, so you will never see this design here. Is that a cow or a cat? The piece I actually want to make is from this frame. I think it was a trivet at one point. I need a piece of clear glass to put right here so I can put the stained glass on top of it. I have lots of broken windows, very dangerous. I'm gonna cut it in the shape of this frame here. I will trade the line I want with this marker here. My mom gave me this marker. I keep my glass cutter well oiled so I can cut the glass pieces easier. Cut. Flip the glass over and use the other end of the glass cutter and just break it. And break. I scrap box. Let's see if this glass piece fits in the frame. And it does. See? Usually I decide on my color by what glass that I bought recently. I'm not feeling this orange today, even though I'm wearing orange. I really like this color glass because green's my color. I'm gonna base all my other colors around this color. I usually bring my tray down here. I'll put the art piece that I'm gonna make along with all the colored pieces of glass. Bring my glass cutter, my marker. All materials are set. I have no clue what I'm gonna make. Let's go upstairs and see what happens. I'm now in my living room. This is where I make my artwork. The basement's good for storing my glass pieces and frames, but this is where all the magic happens, and I get to listen to my music. This is the color that I like the most, so I'm gonna start with this one first. I'm really into the shape of triangles right now. I'm gonna make a triangle coming in the center down to the edge. I have my first piece. I want to do another triangle that's the same shape as this one. In this instance, I use this tool instead. You know, there's something you don't know about me, is that I'm an excellent cook. And right now, I think I'm gonna go bake some bread because I like to multitask. Just put some flour in, and we'll need some cornmeal, some salt, baking soda. Then we mix it up with some water here. And into the oven it goes. Now I wanna make some more artwork. This is a special kind of glue that adheres glass to glass. Boy, does that bread smell good. Let's add some more color. Ooh. I love glue. Good thing about this marker, it easily rubs off. I want to make sure that there's spaces between the glass so there'll be enough space for the grout to go in. Well, I'm gonna set this to dry. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go check on that bread. It's all finished. I'm gonna set it right over here to cool off. And today I made cornbread. I wonder if my stained glass is dry yet. I'm gonna go check. Now it's time to grout. I use pre-mixed grout. I just take some grout and you spread it into the cracks here. I think we're ready to let it set to dry. Now it's time to eat some cornbread. It smells good. It's the moment I've been waiting for. The grout is dry. I'm gonna take this sponge, it's slightly damp. I'm gonna slowly wipe off the excess grout. The colors are really starting to show. I really like how they look together. After the excess grout is dried, I buff the pieces of glass, just a piece of cloth. Looking good. Wow, I really like how this turned out. The only thing that's missing is a border. I have some cool glitter paint that I'm gonna use to add the border. I love to use glitter. Makes it a little more whimsical. It really helps soften the edges up. Only one more side to do. I'm gonna set this to dry. And let's see if it fits. And it does. Yes! I'm excited to put this up in a window so I can see the light coming through. Let's go to the kitchen. My stained glass mosaic trivet.
I don't know how the bread turned out, but the stained glass mosaic looks wonderful, and the frame suits it perfectly. We're off to sunny Southern California, where the weather takes a crafty turn. Bundle up for lots more fun on Crafters Coast to Coast.
Okay, here's the paperwork to apply for your new